The security guard was leaving the company when suddenly the boss saw him and stopped him. The boss asked, "Why are you carrying a bag during work hours?" Then he suddenly noticed marks on the guard's face and asked with concern, "What happened to your face?" The security guard spoke softly, "Sir, the assistant fired me." The boss was shocked. "What? Why did she do that?" The security guard explained, "Every morning that lady walks in without showing her ID. I stopped her because it's the company's rule, but instead of explaining politely, she started yelling at me, slapped me, and fired me on the spot." Hearing this, the boss's face turned red with anger, but the next moment, he got an idea. He said, "Prepare a security uniform for me right now." Then he looked at the guard and said, "You can return to work starting tomorrow." The next day, when the assistant arrived as usual, a new security guard was standing at the gate, but in reality, it was the boss himself in disguise. As the assistant tried to walk in, the boss stopped her and said, "Ma'am, please show your ID card." The assistant snapped angrily, "Are you new here? You want to get fired on your first day?" The boss stayed silent but firm. When the assistant tried to walk past him, he stopped her again and said, "Ma'am, company rules apply to everyone equally." The assistant shouted, "Listen, in this company, I am the rule. Don't you know who I am? I'm the president's sister. I can have you fired right now." The boss calmly replied, "If you want to fire me, that's not your decision to make. Only the boss has that authority in this company." The assistant sneered, "Trying to scare me? The boss is out of town, and when he's not here, I'm the one in charge." The boss said firmly, "I'm just doing my duty. You should also follow the company's law and respect the rules." The assistant instantly pulled out her phone and called the president. "Come downstairs right now. A security guard is being rude to me." Then she smirked and said mockingly, "I just called the president. Now you're in serious trouble." The boss remained calm and said nothing. A few minutes later, the president stormed into the lobby, furious. "Where is that guard?" she yelled. The assistant tried to point, but the moment the president saw the guard's face, she froze. "Sir, you? Why are you dressed like that?" the boss said sternly. "Because this woman fired one of our security guards for doing his job." The assistant stammered, "Sir, it was all a misunderstanding. I'm sorry." The boss's tone turned harsh. "Misunderstanding? You slapped a security guard just because he followed company policy. And you," he turned to the president, "you allowed her to abuse power under your name." Both women lowered their heads in shame and apologized, but the boss spoke firmly, "I will not tolerate such behavior in my company. You're both fired." The assistant started crying and begged the president, "Please, do something." The boss raised his hand and said, "And you too, you're also dismissed." The president shouted, "Sir, isn't it unfair to fire us just for a low-level guard? We promise this won't happen again." The boss replied coldly, "Anyone who can't admit their mistake doesn't deserve a place in this company. Now get out, both of you." This story reminds us that if you are powerful, use your power to help others, not to oppress them. And if you are a leader, always make fair decisions, even if it means going against your own people. I think the boss did the right thing by firing them both. If yes, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more inspiring and moral stories.